The law of the jungle, survival of the fittest. It is the thing that in my childhood that I always have thought to be true. Since young, I've been watching things like anime, used to watch like action movies, and this always stuck with me, which is the law of the jungle, survival of the fittest. The strong eats the weak. In Chinese, there's also a phrase I forgot, but yeah, it has been since ancient times, right? Since Stone Age era, that this particular phrase is true. We cannot, not admit it. There are some people that's definitely seeing that, there's kindness, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. But it has always been true, and it will always be true that the strongest wins. All the fittest win. In the past, before civilization or before, where people came together, it was physical strength that dominated. In Stone Age era, the strongest man, is the leader, and the prettiest woman is definitely the leader's wife. She holds power too. And after that, there comes like villages, groups. When people grew up together, one person can't do much, and when people unite, they're stronger, right? Under one leader still. But that's when people slowly move on from unity defeats a singular person. It is then where it comes to today, where power comes to those who are fittest, who is more socially charismatic, who can persuade people, who people like. Power comes differently now. Power comes where the fittest could be the most rich, and the most popular could be the thing too. But yeah, the survival of the fittest thing is still true these days. Even though the stage has come from different from like strength to wits, one thing is the common denominator is the ability to procure resources. I think that is the most important part in survival of the fittest, because who can procure the most resource and who's able and has the most potential. That has not changed. And it's true in every structure, in society, in work, in dating. It is very prominent and it is very easy to spot that, in work, the person who's most capable is definitely the leader, and he eats what most people on the working class down here can't, even think about. In dating too, the most handsome, the most beautiful, the most rich. The richer you are, the more beautiful you are. You have more power. You have more options, I would say, to do things. Especially in dating. For men, it's different, For men, it's ability to take care of and provide, Ability to give. For a woman, is the ability to be feminine, Who is most feminine, who is beautiful, who is soft, who is caring. Those are the, field that people compete in. But, it's true these days that we can compete in the opposite category too. Like men can be competing who's the most handsome, who's good looking, and women can be the one that's sugar mamas and say who can give more. There's no set field that you should compete in, though you should compete in the field that you are most capable in. There's multiple dimensions and stages that people can compete in, and you gotta choose the field that's most advantageous to you. The law is that you have to shine where you can shine the brightest, or where you can shine, be the brightest within a particular field. And with that, life will become so much easier, for you, for every one of us, if you just compete in where you're good at. If you're smart, compete in that. If you have good looks, compete in that. If you can talk, you can compete in that. If you can make money, compete in that. If you can be strong, compete in that. Pick the field that you're good at. There's no reason to pick a field where you're bad at, And people these days like to make things equal or fair, and it will say that it is not fair that a particular person is, a particular group is strong in a certain area, and they want to be like treated equally. And I think that is ridiculous. I think a lot of movement have died down from the past. I wouldn't probably mention it right now, but yeah, some movement were done, and I think a lot of people are realizing it right now. And yeah, it is good. Yeah, just have to know that life is unfair. Law of the jungle exists. So choose the field where you can continue to dominate, and be wary of the fields you're at a disadvantage. Why would you want to be in a field that you're bad at, And why won't you want to be good at the field? Like, try the field that you're good at. You're already good at it. Might as well make something out of it. And that is the most important thing that I think comes down to what I'm talking about today, which is, since law of the jungle is true, where the strongest survives, but at the same time, there are so many different fields that you can compete in. Choose the field that you're good at and have fun with it.